Video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to wire daytime running lights to any car or truck. And one cool thing, I'm not going to be using the parking lights for these, so they'll be on anytime. And a cool thing about this, it doesn't matter what light you have, where you put it. It's fully custom. You can do it whatever way you want. These lights, I did use my headlights and these lower fog lights as the DRLs, but again, you can use any light you buy. So here's our wiring diagram / schematic for the circuit that I created. So the circuit is very simple. It might look a little complicated because of these two things here, but I'll explain that in a second. So to complete this circuit, you're going to need a little bit of a basic electrical knowledge. So if you didn't know, a light bulb, in our case an LED, needs to have a complete path of power and ground back to our battery. So for this circuit, I have this SL and an RL. So SL is going to stand for cigarette lighter and RL is going to stand for relay. So if you didn't know what a relay is, here's an example. A relay is basically a switch that's powered by electrical current. So this side of the circuit, if you connect this to power and ground, it will close a switch, enabling this side of the circuit to work. So what I have done, I found a circuit that is going to be powered as soon as I turn the ignition on. And that circuit was actually the right side passenger cigarette lighter. So I had to tap into a wire in there, and I brought it straight to a relay under my dash. Then from that relay, I ran separate power from the battery into one side, and then brought it to both DRLs, and then returned the ground back to the battery. And also, I have a safety switch there in case I just want to disable the circuit altogether. I can just flip that switch and turn it off. So this is basically just how the circuit works. The moment I turn the key, you hear a little click of the relay, and the lights come on. It's that simple. So here in the driver's seat, there's really nothing different that you can see. Under here looks pretty factory, and as well as this switch is the only thing that's different. So this switch is really what's just going to turn on and off the circuit whenever I want. So if we take a quick peek down here, so here, this is a 4-pin relay like I was talking about over on the schematic. So here are the two wires that were spliced in from the cigarette lighter, which is on the other side, and I have these running into the 2 pins of this relay. And then right here, these are our 2 power wires that are extended out, completing the circuit. And yes, I do have the circuit on a 15-amp fuse. So here we are under the hood. Still looks pretty factory, but I do have 2 wires running to the battery. So I did choose this little secondary place to pin off of, so I wasn't having any chance of voltage drop off of the main terminal. So these wires do run over here, one side of the firewall, and they can join right here with that switch. So it's a little difficult to wire that switch to actually have a light on it. So again, these wires are just gonna snake all the way down, and they're going to hook up directly to these. Now these are wired a little bit different. These lights actually had 3 wires. They shared a ground because there's a halo ring, and there's also the actual fog light that's in there. So those were a little bit more difficult to wire. I'll show you guys that at the end of the video if you want. Then again, the wires continue to go down. They're snaked through these black little tubes right here, and they continue to go to each light. And then they share a black ground wire right here, if you can see that. And then, yeah, loop back to the battery. So I'm very happy with this setup. I'm glad that I don't have to turn the parking lights on every time that I want to have these on. It's just boom, turn the key, done, and then they're on. The actual lights that I've chosen here to use, so I have these spider LED headlights that I got from Amazon. So here are the 4 LED bulbs on the lower part. You can see them right here. And then also these 2 LED halo rings on each side. As well as these other lower fog lights, these Cree style. This little fuzziness on the outside, that's actually a little headlight protector film. But they have this little LED square ring that glows, and that's what I have wired. Again, I just love the convenience of it. Turn the key, and they're already on. I don't have to worry about anything. They are outside in pretty overcast weather, and this is the perfect time to run these. They just look so clean and so fantastic. The real purpose of this was for visibility, because if you see some new cars, they have some daytime running lights and it's very modern, very aggressive. And that's the look I was trying to go for this car.